Hey guys, it's me, Carly, coming back at you with another video. And today I want to talk about the live action remake of The Little Mermaid. That is not from the Hans Christian Andersen, which is based off the Hans Christian Andersen book that he wrote, which, by the way, is not good because the real Little Mermaid actually ends up dying, and every step she takes is like shards of glass. But I want to talk about the casting announcements. One I'm on board with and one I'm kind of about. But my overall feelings about live action remakes make me suspicious and wary because some things do not translate well into live action at all. They just do not, and I didn't think Little Mermaid was going to transition into live action well until I saw Aquaman and the beautiful special effects they've had. But it has been announced that the actress Halle Bailey, not to be confused with Halle Berry, because Halle Berry is 52 years old and Halle Bailey is 19. And yes, it can be confusing because their names are both Halle, they're spelled the same way, and their last name begin with a B, meaning they have the same initials. But Halle Bailey has locks and a big sister named Chloe, and Halle Bailey was on the movie Let It Shine that came out in 2012 on Disney Channel. And Halle Bailey is the first live action Black princess going to be in a movie since 1996, since Brandy Norwood was Cinderella. Holy crap, that was 22 years ago. Halle Bailey is the first live action Black princess going to be on a movie for the first time in 22 years. That's pretty amazing. And kind of sad, actually. But anyways, I wanted to discuss my thoughts and feelings because I already know that there is going to be racist backlash towards her for playing Ariel, and once again, it is a Black woman a Black actor/actress filling the part of a redheaded white character. And I don't care what race you make Ariel, because Ariel's race is not a part of her storyline. It's not an integral part of her story. Like, for example, Princess Jasmine, Mulan, and Princess Tiana. And it also brings up race bending again, or as some people would call it, blackwashing. Well, you're not taking anything away from anyone being underrepresented. I just hope that they give Ariel red hair, because red hair is like one of the most iconic things about Ariel, that unrealistic, gorgeous red hair. And Halle Bailey has been proven that she can sing and act, which is what I'm looking for. But the one casting choice I am not on board with is Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, which maybe I'll be proven wrong, which I wasn't really on board with Naomi Scott because I thought Jasmine should have been a bit browner, and Jasmine is Arab/Indian, and people keep saying Jasmine is Arab, but everything else about her is Indian, like a peacock princess, and she has a pet tiger named Raja, which is a very Indian sounding name, and last I checked, tigers live in India, and the national bird for India is a peacock, so it gets kind of confusing. And plus the clothes Jasmine wears is more Indian than Arab feeling, which now I'm getting off on a tangent. But anyways, I don't care that Ariel is Black because, again, her race is not a part of the story. But my issue is with Melissa Melissa McCarthy as Ariel. Now, I think Melissa McCarthy is a good actress. She is talented and she's a good singer. However, just because Melissa McCarthy is a plus-size woman does not mean she should play Ursula. I honestly think that Keela Settle, aka Letty Lutz, the bearded lady from The Greatest Showman, would have been a better choice for Ursula because she just has that Ursula-esque, look. And Melissa McCarthy does not give me Ursula vibes. I mean, Melissa McCarthy always plays, a really sweet character like Suki from Gilmore Girls, or, a really foul-mouthed woman all the time. Or she's always a comedic character, and she's always being cast in the same roles, so maybe this is a chance for her to step into a more cynical and evil role. And maybe I'll be proven wrong. Who knows? But as for now, I'm just not feeling Melissa McCarthy as Ariel. Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. I don't know who they would cast as King Triton. My boyfriend Chris would cast Hugh Jackman. I personally would cast Clancy Brown, which this would be his second time working with the Little Mermaid franchise. And for those of you who don't know, Clancy Brown is the voice of Lex Luthor, he is the voice of Mr. Krabs, and he is the voice of Undertow, the shark from The Little Mermaid 2 that tries to eat Melody. Which, speaking of Little Mermaid, which I am speaking on Little Mermaid, duh. I think... Oh, and Clancy Brown is also the voice of Rapunzel's father in the Tangled series. Which I think he gives off King Triton vibes. And he would make a good King Triton. But who knows? And for Prince Eric, I would cast... People keep wanting to cast Henry Cavill as Prince Eric, which I don't have an issue with, but I personally think that Henry Cavill as Prince Eric in the first Little Mermaid movie would not be a good choice because he's almost 40. And I do think he's a good actor, but I think he would be a better Prince Eric in the second Little Mermaid movie, which nobody even seems to acknowledge because that's my favorite Little Mermaid movie because it gave me Melody as a character. And it would need a lot of rewrites, which my boyfriend wants to rewrite the Little Mermaid movie. The Little Mermaid 2 movie. Because I feel like Henry Cavill would be much better as Eric because in the second Little Mermaid movie, Return to the Sea, because he's older, he's a father, and it would be much more believable than him playing a young Eric. So, and people want Ian Somerhalder to be Prince Eric, which just... Ian Somerhalder, for those of you... I'm pretty sure for those of you who watch The Vampire Diaries, plays Damon Salvatore. But I don't really want Ian Somerhalder as Prince Eric. People think Ian Somerhalder is hot, and I think he's okay. But, no. Or Dylan Sprouse. Or Noah Centineo could be Prince Eric. Which, that I'm not sure of either. Comment down below who you think would be a good Prince Eric. I'm pretty on board with Halle Bailey being Princess Ariel as long as they give her red hair. And also, I live for women... Sorry, my glasses. It just suddenly got so dark. I live for black women in fantasy movies. But I'm waiting for a Princess and the Frog movie, and if they do a Princess and the Frog movie, I pray, pray, pray hard they will cast Coco Jones as Princess Tiana, because Coco Jones is underrated, she can sing, and she's fully black. They better cast a fully talented black woman, or a full-on talented black woman to play Princess Tiana. I'm not sure, and my hopes for The Little Mermaid, that it will be racially colorblind like the Brandy Norwood Cinderella movie, because, one, you have a Filipino prince who supposedly has a biological black mother and a biological white father. Nobody questions it. You have a white stepmother, I don't know if I've already said this, but you have a white stepmother and a white stepsister with also a black stepsister, and nobody questions how a black woman is biologically related to two white people, unless that black stepsister is biracial like myself and she's just a little darker toned. And that's the beautiful thing. Although the only place I feel like they shouldn't have been racially colorblind in the Roger and Hammerstein Cinderella movie is when Prince Christopher is trying to find the woman he danced with and left the slipper behind because he clearly danced with a black woman. Why is he trying the slipper on white girls? I'm just curious. But anyways, these are my thoughts on the Little Mermaid movies. As always, I want it to do well. And please show Halle Bailey your support and love. And I personally believe that if it hadn't been for Candice Patton being cast as Iris West Allen, Halle Bailey would not even be considered for Ariel because Candice Patton kicked off a trend. So thank you once again, Candice Patton. We love you. And once again, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And have a good one.